you said, in fact, you wrote it out in a prescription for us to start drinking pH water.
Alkaline water, correct, because that's powerful water that helps to detox the body. It creates an environment in the tissues that make it very difficult for pathogens to thrive in that environment. So it enables the body to detox, and it really helps to it helps the body resist disease. It's amazing.
Well, why did you want Lori to have that every day with her hepatitis C?
Because most people with chronic disease, and especially when they have chronic viral infections such as Hep C, their tissues are generally speaking very acidic. And what I do when patients come to my office, I check everyone's urine to check their pH of the urine. The urine pH is consistent generally with the pH of the tissues. Now, the hepatitis C virus lives in the liver, but throughout the body. And so if we can create an environment that makes it hard for that virus to thrive, and that helps to detox her body, because when you reach an alkaline environment in the tissues, all the cells in the body function better. And our body naturally starts to detox and cleanse, and our energy starts to increase. And it helps with allergies. It helps with so many diseases.
With allergies.
And with headaches and muscle aches and pains and inflammation. I find so many of my patients are acidic with osteoarthritis, fibromyalgia, muscle aches and pains, chronic back pain. I see this all the time. And so I say, watch this. I want to show you one thing. And so I have them go give me a urine specimen. I check the urine. I say, oh my goodness, your urine's a 5.0. And I said, it's supposed to be at least 7.0. They say, well, it's only 2 points off. And I say, no, you're 100 times more acidic, your tissues, than they should be to be optimal at 7.0 to 7.5. And so what we do is when we alkalinize their tissues, with foods, there's certain alkaline foods. Living foods are alkaline, and with alkaline water. Our body functions best at a pH of around 7.0 to 7.5. And again, this fellow with muscle aches and pains and back pain, severe back pain, all the time, day and night. When I alkalinize, and when he reached an alkaline environment without any drugs, without any supplements, without anything else, but he would carry in a little bottle like this. I wish we had this bottle back then. But he'd carry a bottle of water with greens in it. And he'd drink that throughout the day. And once we got his body pH, urine pH, up to around 7.5, it's like someone turned the pain off. And he said, oh my goodness. He says, I don't have any more back pain.
Oh my goodness.
This has happened with people with arthritis, people with fibromyalgia, people with any chronic inflammatory disease. Does it work for everyone? If it's severe, sometimes we have to add a few other things to it.
The acid in your body, we always see so much antacids I've talked about on the show. You go to Walmart, there's whole bins. I mean, 5 feet square pile of antacids.
It's like the whole aisle.
And they're expensive. And
I was just there the other day. The whole aisle. I should take a picture.
Is that really the acid? Is that?
Well, let me explain.
Because you said in your book about acidity on the health, and it goes on like asthma and everything else can be affected by.
Well, we're looking at antacids are used to treat acid reflux or heartburn, the heartburn that so many people have as adults, because the bigger the belly, generally speaking, the more heartburn and acid reflux. And so when you're having reflux, many people turn to the little purple pill, Prilosec or Nexium, or an antacid that turns the acid down to relieve the heartburn. That's totally different than the acid we're talking about. But what we found, if you do have heartburn, if you drink 2 or 3 ounces of alkaline water, many times heartburn goes away.
Incredible.
And it's interesting that some people with heartburn, there's 10 key triggers to heartburn, but the biggest trigger for heartburn is simply eating a large meal or drinking a lot of fluid and then going to bed. That causes more heartburn than anything. But then there's 10 key foods that clear heartburn. And if you avoid these foods, most heartburn will go away.
Can you tell some of them?
Absolutely. Ooh. Alcohol, caffeine, chocolate, peppermint, spearmint, mint teas, peppermint patties, any kind of peppermint chewing gum or spearmint, as well as garlic, onions, citrus, any kind of citrus, tomatoes and salsa and pizza, as well as
everything
peppers
we
and
love.
onions, as well as fatty foods like cheese and even olive oil, because fatty foods trigger heartburn. But most important, large meals, especially at bedtime. If they can eat eat dinner and then wait about 3 to 4 hours and go to bed and eat a small dinner, you should eat breakfast like a king, lunch like a prince, dinner like a pauper.